Hi friends, pull up a yoga mat. Let's do yoga. Come to sit in a comfortable seat for you. Notice I'm not leaning against the back of my chair, but I'm pressing into my seat, moving forward and pressing into my feet all the way down into the floor. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders down. Take your shoulders for a walk all around town. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders down. Take your shoulders for a walk all around town. One more. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders down. Take your shoulders for a walk all around town. My shoulders were rolling up and back a bit. This time I'm going to roll my shoulders up and forward a bit. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders forward. Take your shoulders for a walk all around town. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders forward. Take your shoulders for a walk all around town. Lift your shoulders up, roll your shoulders forward. Take your shoulders for a walk all around town. Make some energy, make some energy, make some energy, and breathe. Big balloon breath in, big balloon breath out. Make some energy, make some energy, make some energy, and breathe. Big balloon breath in, big balloon breath out. One more. Make some energy, make some energy, make some energy, and breathe. Big balloon breath in, big balloon breath out. Hakini Mudra, fingertips pressing to encourage our memory, hands in front of you or above you. Hakini Mudra also to encourage good, strong lungs. Hands come down the middle, and that encourages balance in our brain. To be specific, our brain hemispheres, left and right, right and left. Flippy flop your feet, walking down the street. Make them wave hello to everyone you meet. Flippy flop your feet, walking down the street. Make them wave hello to everyone you meet. Flippy flop your feet, walking down the street. Make them wave hello to everyone you meet. Big balloon breath in, big balloon breath out. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn to one side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach to one side. You might reach for your knee. You might reach for your knee and your chair. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathing out, turning a bit. Two more breaths. Come back to center. Big balloon breath in, fingers interlace, palms to sky. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands to your knee. One hand to your knee, one hand to the chair. I'm holding the side of the chair. You could hold the back of the chair if you like. Breathing in, breathing out. Slow, steady breathing. Come coming center, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Good morning, sun. We bow to you, hands to your knees. A little forward fold, open your heart. Let your middle finger and thumb find your upper chest, not your neck or your throat, but your upper chest, and breathe. And rise, and shine, and give thanks to you. Good afternoon, sun. We bow to you, knees or shins, and rise, and shine, and give thanks to you. Good evening, sun. We bow to you, knees, shins, or toes. Let's do a forward fold for a little while longer here, breathing. And rise, and shine, and give thanks to you. Lifting one leg up with your pant leg. I have a lot of material to work with. Or you can slide a towel under your leg or even a belt and lift up and see if that leg will cross. We're working on eagle legs here. You could push into your bottom tippy toes and bring the side of your foot on top next to your leg. Or maybe you'll press your top tippy toes down as well. Not if it means you're going to fall out of your chair. And then we'll cross our arms, and whichever leg is on top, we'll place the other arm on top. It's such good work for our brain when we cross the middle of our body. Bend at your elbows, bring the tops of your hands together. Eagle pose, Garudasana, slow, steady breathing. Unwinding your eagle wings, unwinding your eagle legs, and we'll heel, toe. 5-pointed star, maybe one leg long, maybe 2 legs long. Stay in your chair. Bring one foot back, other foot back, hands to your hips, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Eagle pose other side. Find your pant leg, find your towel or belt, lift that leg up, cross over. Maybe you're going to bring the foot very close to your leg. Maybe just as you are is fine. Maybe your tippy toes will reach down, and when I do that, I like my other foot completely down. When I'm just crossing legs, I might try to lift my back heel. So something different. Whichever leg is on top, other arm on top. Bring the tops of your hands together. Slow, steady breathing. Maybe lift your fingertips up. Unwinding. Undoing your legs as well. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. 5-pointed star. Use your belly strength to hold you there. Hands to your hips, feet come back, goddess pose. Some of our friends are celebrating Fall Navaratri, the 9 nights to celebrate the goddess. Hands come center, heel, toe, heel, toe. Press into your seat, press into your feet. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Press down, lift up, and we'll take it back behind the chair. So your chair will come in front of you. And we'll take a puppy dog with the chair. Hold on to the back of the chair, walk your feet away. Nice long legs, nice long back, slow, steady breathing. Lifting the head and heart, walk to the chair. Let's see what happens if we try the eagle pose with the chair. I'm going to bring the chair to the side just so I can see you better. One hand holds the chair. Both feet are on the ground. The foot closest to the chair will have the knee take a little bend and the other foot will come around and cross. And so you have one foot with the heel up and one foot with the heel down, and if you can, you'll bend both knees. Hold your hips. This is the bottom of your eagle pose, Garudasana. Slow, steady breathing. I have my seat reaching back a bit. It feels good for my low back to find length there. Press down, lift up, walk it out, shake it out, walk it out, shake it out. Other side. Let me see what happens if I keep the same hand, but I ground through the other foot, and now the other foot steps in front and walks around. So I have my legs a little crossed. I'm bending both knees, the tippy toes press down, slow, steady breathing. Remember, my seat is reaching back a bit and my low back is nice and long here. You can hold your hips. You might test your balance and let go of the chair. Pressing down, lifting up. Let's shake it out and walk it out, shake it out and walk it out, shake it out and walk it out. I'm going to try a puppy dog at the wall now. So you could do again with your chair or at the wall. Palms press, feet press, long legs, long arms, slow, steady breathing. Walking your feet toward the wall or the chair. If you're at the wall, the hands walk up the wall and we'll return to the chair. Holding on to the chair, let's see what happens if we do eagle pose just with our arms now. I'm going to toe heel my feet a little wider so I feel more balanced because my feet are wider than my hips. Pick the toes up, spread them wide, press through the four corners of your feet. Cross your arms, make the letter X. Lift your wrists in line with your shoulders. Lift the tops of your hands toward each other. You choose. You could bring your bottom hand to your top wrist. You could even bring your bottom hand to push into your palm. And when you breathe in, maybe you lift your fingertips up a little higher. Unwinding your arms. 5, pointed star. Holding your hips, breathing here. Slow, steady inhale. Slow, steady exhale. Crossing your arms the other way. X marks the spot. Letting your tops of hands move toward each other. Your bottom, I'm on the same side. It's interesting when my memory tells me that. Cross your arms the other way if you need to switch like me. This time it's different. Tops of hands move toward each other. Bottom hand reaches for bottom wrist, presses into the palm with the fingertips, or tops of hands stay together. As you're able, your fingertips reach up to the sky, slow, steady breathing. Bringing your hands down, unwinding your arms, holding your hips. Let's see if we can toe heel our feet a little wider. And now as we lift our arms, find 5-pointed star. If you like, hold on to the chair and your hip, bend your knees, bring your toes out a bit, your heels in a bit, and find your goddess arms. Slow, steady breathing. Inhale, lengthen to 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands to your hips. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Let's find our way back to the chair. Always breathing as we're moving. Always moving as we're breathing. In the month of October, some of us start to think about soup or stew. So I'm going to pretend that I have a big bowl in front of me and I'm preparing to make pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Do you have any ideas? You need your big wooden spoon and we'll start stirring from one knee to the other. We'll lean forward a bit as we're stirring and then we'll lean back a bit. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Other way. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? What kind of snack would you like to have in your soup or your stew? Place it in. Is it pumpkin? Do we need to scoop it out of the pumpkin? Do we need to get the seeds out first? Remember to save the seeds and clean them off and place them on a baking tin because we can eat pumpkin seeds. They're delicious and they have very good nutrients in them for our bodies and our brains. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Other way. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Then once the seeds are out of the pumpkin, we need to get the vegetable or the fruit part out. How will we do that? Maybe we need a spoon to do some scooping. Maybe we need a knife. We're pretending, be safe, to cut the pumpkin, to get the insides out. Maybe you don't want to cut the whole pumpkin because you're going to make a face and you want that round part to stay up, but we can take some of the middle out. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Other way. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Now that we have these bits and pieces of pumpkin, they're a little softer than the outside of the pumpkin. It seems we need to smush it up a little. We could try smushing it up with, well, maybe you have a mortar and a pestle, or maybe you have a blender. What else would work? I don't know if you have a Vitamix. Maybe you have something that you would make cookies with to beat up the ingredients and make them softer. Pumpkin stew, pumpkin stew. What shall we place in the pumpkin stew? Is it time to put that pumpkin stew in the oven? So if we bake the seeds, we'll have a nice crunchy snack for later. If we bake the insides of the pumpkin, we might turn it into pumpkin soup or squash soup or gourd soup, or maybe we'll make a pumpkin pie. So let's place that in the oven now. Be safe. Do you have your oven mitts on? Let's turn the timer on. Sometimes we have a twister for the timer. Sometimes we have buttons. Bloop, 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 bloop. And we need to cook. And in the world of imagination, that all happens much more quickly than it does in so-called real life. And so once we have our soup or our stew or our pie out, we might blow on it to make sure it's not too hot. And maybe you'll take a spoon or a fork and have a taste. That's delicious. You are wonderful bakers. Thank you. I'm going to try a pumpkin seed. Just the right amount of crunch. And sometimes pumpkin seeds in our smoothies are really a good idea as well. Let's take a big balloon breath in, big balloon breath out. One hand to one knee with our knees and feet back in the middle. One hand to the side of the chair or the back of the chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Slow, steady breathing. Inhale, come center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, come center, yoga rest. If you have any layers that you want to cover up with, go right ahead. As we rest and our bodies become still, sometimes we need a little extra warmth. I like to cross my legs, and now I am leaning back against my chair. Maybe you'll keep your arms close by. Maybe you'll support your head for a moment and let your neck release a bit. Slow, steady breathing, resting your fingers and toes. Resting your ankles and wrists. Knees and elbows resting. Hips and jawbones resting. Tongue resting gently in the roof of your mouth. Remember, it's not a sleeping time, but a resting time. where we give our body permission to be still and breathe. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, to round your ankles and your wrists, to give yourself a big stretch through fingers and toes, to give one knee a giant hug in, and then the other knee a giant hug in, pressing into your chair and lifting up to find your long, quiet spine and your good, comfy seat with your feet pressing and your sitting bones pressing. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. One more. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Hands come to your heart center. We'll end with a long Sat Nam, which means truth, after inhale. Sat Nam. Truth. Namaste. I see the truth in you. You see the truth in me. We see and honor the truth in each other. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May you have peace. May you be peace. May you share peace. Thank you for sharing yoga with me. Be well, friends. See you next time.